And yes, I have cat beds on my own bed. That's Buddy's favorite box. It's his favorite place in the house right there. And this is a relatively new box. You can tell because Eleanor hasn't chewed it up yet. And she is hanging out, giving herself a little bath. And these are usually where Claire likes to sleep. Nap time at the Pereira house. Hey guys, hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I seem to film a lot when I walk through this parking lot. I think mostly because there's no noise from traffic and stuff. Let's see, today is June 2nd. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon. I just started my 10-hour reserve notification period about a half hour ago at 2 o'clock, and it ends at midnight. For some reason, I thought that they would call me yesterday to use me, but they didn't, and I suspect they won't today. There's just so many of us available for reserve that there's, I don't know, the odds of me being called are pretty slim. Google says that it's 97 degrees right now. I think Google is lying. This feels like 105 minimum to me. But I'm gonna stop filming and get in the house. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Yeah, Google lied. It's 103. Which isn't even really that hot for Las Vegas in the summertime. But it's hot. And it's only June 2nd. Yay! Boy, it is hot. And it's not even really that hot, as I think I said already. I think after a couple weeks of this, it will feel sort of normal. I've survived 3 summers here in Las Vegas. This one shouldn't be a real challenge. And you're wondering, Steven, what made you go outside in this terrible heat? I needed marshmallows. And now you're saying, Steven, why do you need marshmallows? Well, I like marshmallows. I always have. And last week I bought myself a bag of marshmallows. Just to snack on. I know, does that sound gross? Do you guys eat marshmallows? Well, you know, my cats have to investigate everything that I put in my mouth. So, you know, of course, it's Claire and Eleanor that have to do the investigating. Claire looked at it, smelled it, passed by. Eleanor came up, smelled it, and was like, what's this? And started licking at it. Eleanor loves marshmallows. She licks them and licks them and licks them. And I think the structure of their tongue is so sort of barbed that they eat, I think, by licking some things. Well, she was licking a marshmallow to death. I mean, loving it. I'm not sure if it's the texture, which is really what I like. But she was enjoying it. So on the pile of cardboard I have next to me, this is how interesting my life is. This is what I'm talking about in my YouTube channel. I have a piece of, you can't hear it, I have a piece of tile, a long rectangular piece of tile on top of the cardboard boxes that the kids like to play on. And they really like to lay here, especially in the warmth of the day. Well, I took a bite of a marshmallow, licked it, and stuck it on the tile. And Eleanor just thinks it's like the best thing in the world. There's a piece of dried marshmallow that I have to kind of pry off, but she licks it, and bites it, licks it, bites it. She's the cutest thing. I hope marshmallows aren't toxic to cats. But while I was out, I got a pizza because I'm in no mood to cook right now. So I'm gonna have a slice of pizza, then I'll talk to you in a minute. Of course, she has no interest whatsoever in the marshmallows. Well, I got a pizza out of the deal. Hi, baby doll. Hi. Oh, buddy just woke up. Hi, guys. So I had some lunch. I had a couple slices of pizza. Oh, buddy, I love hugging my cat, Buddy. If you have been watching me for a while, you'll remember that Buddy would not let me hold him for 2 seconds in a row. And now I can Cuddle him, right? Yes, honey. Oh, hi guys. So I had some lunch. I had a couple slices of pizza. And I figured the pizza was a good deal. It was like $7. I had 3 slices. I have the rest, which I can put in plastic bags. So if I do get called from crew scheduling, okay, there you go. I can have that in my lunch bag. I can eat on the plane without having it heated up. It's nice. So leftover pizza is a smart move. And if not, I can eat it tomorrow for lunch or dinner. I made some pasta. Some of that macaroni and cheese with ground turkey and stuff I made last week. I made that again last night for dinner. So I have some of that for leftovers for tonight. I love that cat. I really do. But what I don't love, this. Look at this. I've gained, not the worst, I've gained like 5 or 6 pounds. I don't have the guts to actually get on my scale to see how much I weigh. I should probably do that. But I've gained a few pounds. Nothing crazy, but I've gained a little bit of weight. I've tried on my work uniform last night and it fit. It's a little snug and my pants are a little snug. But it's gonna work. No worries. So if they do call me for a trip, I will be able to fit my uniform. There's a comfort, right? So in June, they did improve our flights. They added some flights. I didn't get a line, as you know, I'm on reserve. But next month, one of our executives said they could have as many as 500 flights a day in July, which is significantly better than right now. At our normal flights, I want to say we probably have between 700, 750 flights a day with my company. You know who I work for. It's a very small airline. So this month I'm on reserve. Next month, there's a small chance I actually get a line. If they do increase our flying to that many flights a day, the number of people who will take voluntary time off again is probably still pretty high. Certainly those people who are commuters will take voluntary time off. And those people who are just not ready to go back to work, there's going to be a fair number of them. So I'm hoping in July I'll have a line because I hate, wow, do I dislike being on reserve. Now, what I really need to do is look at my original videos when I first started this channel, to look back at a time where I was on reserve, and I seemed quite happy about it. I mean, reserve with our airline isn't that bad. It's not bad. It could be much worse. It's worse for other airlines. But this sense of, are they going to call? Aren't they going to call? If I look at my phone every 10 minutes, and on the app that a lot of us use, which is called Flight Crew View, it shows our schedule. Now, once in a while, a schedule might flash on on the app. It might show up on our schedule, a trip. But it might be crew scheduling, just trying to figure out where to position a trip, how to maneuver the reserves they have available at the time. So it may not be your trip, but it might show up for a moment or two on your schedule. And if you love the trip, if you see it and you love it, and you can call crew scheduling, sometimes you can do what we call is self-notify. You can actually say to crew scheduling, is it possible I can notify myself for this trip? And if crew scheduling is good and they don't hate you, which they might hate me. I've spoken pretty fiercely to them in the past. You might get that trip, but odds are no, it's not. So the anticipation, is that my trip? Are they going to call me? Are they not going to call me? It's frustrating. It really is. When I didn't know what having a line was like, reserve was fairly easy. But now that I've had a line for 2.5 years, to go back on reserve is just painful. I don't know what people do on other airlines, like American, I think, and is it Delta? No, American for sure. where they alternate. I think you're on reserve for a year. Correct me if I'm wrong, American. I think you're on reserve for a year, and then you alternate a month of reserve and a line, reserve and a line, which honestly sounds like hell. I have not even gone through a day and a half. Actually, I have 5 hours left today of reserve. I've only been through a day and a half now of reserve, and I already hate it. Oh my God. I'm not giving you much inspiration for folks who want to be a flight attendant, am I? Reserve isn't bad when you don't know what it's like to have a line. When you have a line, going back on reserve is not fun. It's not fun. So, you may have noticed, I'm all over the place with this video, but you may have noticed my bare upper lip. Look at my mouth. I have like a disfiguringly small mouth. Look. It's so sad. Look. I hate I'm not a fan of my face in general. That's not a plug for compliments. I don't need them. I mean, I'm not going to believe them anyway. I'm not a giant fan of my giant head. I have a big head. And without a beard, I just honestly don't even feel like myself. I feel like a shadow of myself. When I grew a beard back in 2014, it changed my life. It totally changed my life. It changed how I present myself. It changed my confidence level. I feel much more strong when I have this beard, and when I shave, it's just not good. I could change things by losing 40 pounds. I could stand to lose 30 pounds. I really could. But I had the mustache last time you saw me in my last video. But, you know, I put a mask on to go to the grocery store, and it almost felt like my mustache was trying to claw its way out of my mask. It just felt very prickly underneath that mask, where when I have a full beard and mustache, it didn't feel that way. So I just decided this morning, just get rid of it all. I have this piece of cat here that's tickling my face. Yeah, so I shaved my mustache. Some of you will be happy with this. Some of you will say, oh, Stephen, you look so much younger without it. No, I still look like this. I do miss my beard, something terrible. You'll notice that there's one piece of cat here that I can't get. My skin still looks fairly rosy, but the texture is almost back to normal. You'll see the last time I think I showed you that my skin was almost ulcerated. I have these little like areas that I could just really, they're just not good. When I have a beard and I don't take care of my skin underneath, that happens, and it's not pretty. Typically, my skincare regimen is pretty strict. You may have seen that video where I did a full regimen of my normal skincare. I can't do that on my beard, so I usually have to attack my beard with either a tea tree shampoo that really burns to make sure that I really kill anything on my skin, if it's bacteria that causes that problem. Once in a while, I actually use something like Head and Shoulders actually on my beard, just to kind of keep things healthy down there. So, but here we are, clean shaven. I don't like it. I don't like it. What do you think? Honestly, what do you think? Be nice. Oh, be nice. All right, so I have what I said I was going to do yesterday. I filmed something for this video yesterday. I'm not going to add that to this video, but I promised myself today I was going to sit down. By now, hasn't happened yet, and go through my rollerboard and organize my rollerboard because it's not ready for a trip. I have taken half the clothes out. I think I've taken my toiletry kit out. So I need to go through my toiletry kit, make sure I have everything I need for when I do fly, because I think we have layovers now. We're doing a lot of turns, but we're doing some layovers. So I want to go through my rollerboard, make sure it is up to date and current, because I really haven't flown since middle of April. And then go through my work tote bag, make sure that has everything I need. Excuse me. I've tried to keep my tablet for work, my work device, charged and up to date because we have bulletins and things like that that have to be installed. I've tried to keep that up to date and keep it charged just to make sure the device is healthy when I go back to work. So I'll do that. I'll make sure everything is updated. And lastly, if you have cats, you know that they occasionally throw up, like a hairball or something. Eleanor, when she self-moderates when she eats. She doesn't overeat. She's not a fat cat. She has a tummy, but she's not a fat cat. But once in a while, she just eats too much at one go and she throws up. It just happens. I don't think it's too unusual, but she just, I can see her eat, and then like a half hour later, she's, well, she threw up. Cats like to throw up in exactly the spots you're going to step in it at nighttime. They just know. Or if they have an option of throwing up on the hardwood or the carpet, it's always going to be the carpet. But in this case, Eleanor threw up on the top of my lunch bag. Where is she? Can you see her? No. She threw up on top of my lunch bag, and it wasn't the smallest or most compact bits of throw, because there's varying textures. She threw up on top of my lunch bag, and so I either have to really take that to the kitchen and just really aggressively clean it, or just honestly, I've had this lunch bag, I've been using this one for probably about 2 years now. I don't know exactly how long, but I've had it for a long time, and I have another one in my closet. I have a backup Magecto lunch bag that I might just pull that one out and start fresh. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, speaking of lunch bags, now I am gonna wait, but I promised you guys I was gonna do a giveaway. I'm not sure if you remember I said this, but I said I was gonna do another giveaway once my channel achieved 5,000 subscribers, and that was a while ago. My channel doesn't seem to grow very fast, and that's fine. But especially during this pandemic, a lot of people aren't watching my flight attendant videos. So I haven't really increased my viewership so much. So I'm still down to, I think it's about 5,130. I think that's about that. But I've had 5,000 for a while now. So I promised I was going to do a giveaway once I hit 5,000. Now, I think this is probably the wrong time to do a flight attendant giveaway. But once things are a little bit back to normal, and I think airlines are hiring again, or people are going to training again, I'll do another giveaway for it's an eBags Crew Cooler 2. So I have a brand new one in plastic in the closet. So I'm going to do another giveaway. I'll let you know the details about that once things start getting back to normal again. I would anticipate that to be, I'm going to hope for November, December, when things go back to normal. I'm hoping at least with people coming to training. So I'll let you know when that's going to happen, but get ready for a giveaway. It's a good one. I think it's a nice giveaway. I would, and I want to do it when people are going back to training, only because I think a person who's going to training or someone who's a brand new flight attendant might find that crew cooler more useful than someone who's been flying for a couple years already. So that's why I'm going to wait a little bit. But all right, so I am going to, I think that's all I was going to tell you. I'm going to get back to, I was going to get back to watching some more YouTube videos. I'm watching, boy, this video is just me chatting, isn't it? It's like a long monologue with just Steven. I've been watching this YouTube channel called Buona Petiti, BUON-A-PETITTI. It's this little old, really, really Italian grandma who just cooks, and she's just charming. She makes me think of my grandmother, who is also very, very, very Italian. But this woman's literally from Italy. I might put her on in the background while I organize my rollerboard and debate cleaning that lunch bag. I'll let you know what happens. Hey guys, hello. So I left the house again. It's still probably in the 90s, but I was going to take my allergy pill, which is a no-name brand of Claritin I get at Target. So I'm out, so I have to go to Target and buy some allergy meds. And what do you think of my new glasses? Aren't they a riot? I got them on online at Zenny Optical. I think the frame was $6. It came in all sorts of colors, but when I saw it came in yellow, I had to buy them. The total was like $14. Sorry for the traffic. The total was like $14. I thought they were hysterical. A little over the top, and they are uniform compliant because they're yellow. And I think I spent $3 extra to have them print that on the side. I tried to think of a couple ways of writing blah, blah, blah. And I figured I'll use a little mathematical formulation. And there's a couple ways you can write multiplication. And I thought that was funny. And I thought it was really cute. So I went online, I searched for trademarks. Is it trademarks or copyrights? I forget. On who had something like this already. And there was one guy who had something similar but not exact. But he's let that lapse. So I was thinking, down the road, and if you want to, all this traffic all of a sudden, if you want to trademark something, is it trademark? You have to show use, past use. Sorry for the traffic. Oh my God. All right, not as much traffic and taking a right here. So you have to show use in the past. So I figured, I thought this is cute. I'll try it out, and one day down the road, if I want to trademark this particular combination of words and things, I'll try it for merchandise or something. Who knows? Who knows? But I think they're fun. I'm on the way to Target, and you know, these drainage tunnels that run all the way under Las Vegas for miles and miles and miles. A lot of people live in them, but this is also where a lot of ducks live. Water gathers into a pool here that's year-round, and it runs down, and there's an algae or something that grows, and that's what the ducks eat. So there's actually some wildlife in Las Vegas. And over there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but over there, periodically there are people who live in tents. And there's people over there now, actually. Tents, and there's a whole pile of garbage and trash below them. But it's something I see pretty much every time I go to Target, and it's a great reminder that anytime I have a complaint about my life, or if I recognize any small inconvenience in my life that I pretend is a problem, it's a great reminder of how lucky I am and how privileged I am. This is a very crazy video. I don't know who's watching this. So interesting. I was just left Target, and there were two police officers there, two state police officers standing near the exit. They didn't look like they were waiting for anybody, just being there just in case. And I stopped and I said, hey guys, you know, out of curiosity, you know, how is Las Vegas in comparison to you know, other cities that you're aware of in terms of violence and lootings and stuff like that? And he said that there's been some vandalism. There has been some violence, but by no means as bad as it has been in other cities. And he said, one of them said that there were no deaths or no shootings. Apparently there are other places like St. Louis and places where it's been much, much worse. So thank goodness. Thank goodness. I hope, again, I'm not going to get into this debate over what's going on and who's right, who's wrong. But I kind of understand. Yeah. But at least Vegas has been taking a little less brunt of the looting and fires. There hasn't been much of that apparently here, thank goodness. So that was nice to hear. And the police officer, one of the things he said in closing was, as long as the people who hate us are safe. Okay, all right. Good to know. All right, get home. I bought another bag of marshmallows. I bought the brand Stay Puft that Eleanor seemed to really enjoy. She did not like the other ones I bought today, so I bought another bag of marshmallows in hopes that Eleanor likes these as much as she did last week's. I know, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. It could be heroin, right? I could be buying heroin, but I'm buying marshmallows. For nothing really happening all day long, it feels like a very full day. For nothing really happening today feels like a very busy day. I was heading home from Target and I saw this little black and white dog run past me over this way, wearing a little red cape. Little tiny red dog running, and I recognized him. There's this homeless guy who has 2 dogs, and don't judge him. I think he takes better care of those dogs than he takes care of himself. I see them often enough, and the guy is always singing at the top of his lungs, like yelling some weird songs. The dogs seem fine. They seem to have gotten used to him screaming at the top of his lungs. But I saw the dog run by, and then the guy racing by on a bicycle, shouting for his dog. So I'm kind of hoping to, I'm walking around hoping I can sort of see it or find it. I'm not going to make too much of an effort. He's moving faster than I am. He's on his bike. But I knew the direction he ran, so just looking around for him. Wish us luck. No dog that I can find, but see behind me, there's that sort of tent, and there's a young lady sleeping on the gravel. She's sleeping on like a jacket or something on the gravel. There's homeless all over the place. And I think it's just getting worse. It just seems to be getting much, much worse. And I feel powerless over it. Well, this has turned into a very strange video. I wonder if I'll post it. But it's a challenging place to live. I like my apartment. I like the convenience of it. I certainly like the price point of it. But I live in a very low income neighborhood, and it's just getting more and more challenging. And there's more and more homeless, and it's a hard place to live, and trying to practice compassion. I try really hard, and I fail fairly often, but it's a really difficult place to try to live with compassion. At the same time as I'm really struggling with it being so bad all the time, and feeling like I have no way to really help. So it's a challenging place to be, to work towards being compassionate and at the same time just getting tired of the, oh, there's the guy on the bike again, no dog. I'm getting really tired of just being surrounded by such pain all the time. So I'm in this really horrible position where I want to remain ignorant of some people's suffering because I can't change it, and it's just so hard to witness. But at the same time, I want to be a more compassionate person. So it's a slippery slope. It's a challenge. There's a fatigue, that's the word, that I feel just coming back from the grocery store or Target. Because, you know, I'm walking down the street wearing these fun glasses, and being able to walk down the street with the luxury of just having a couple little plastic shopping bags and not pushing everything you own in a cart. There's a luxury there. There's a privilege there, and I'm very aware of it. And there's a sense of fatigue that has grown, and I don't know how to explain it, but I think my next pay raise, or if I still have a job this winter, I think I'm gonna do my best to save up to have enough money for a deposit and all that stuff, and move into something that's a place that's as convenient to get to the airport, because I can't afford a car. So I'll have to still remain on public transportation or an Uber that's not too expensive, you know. But I think I have to get out of here, out of this neighborhood. This video has taken a dark turn, hasn't it? The area behind me, that green area, is, I'm in that parking lot again. It's pretty much dead center between the grocery store I go to and my apartment. It's where I used to feed a couple cats that now have moved into our apartment complex. Just to illustrate the point I was making a moment ago, is like, it's pretty densely wooded for that little area, as you can see. So periodically you'll see a bunch of people sleeping in there, and sometimes I'll use a tent or a little lean-to, or just on the ground by themselves. And there are two people, two guys, and I mean, one of them, they were, and I wasn't staring at them, but in passing, they were talking to each other, and one of them just like turns, standing right there, and urinates, like not trying to hide or anything, just, and it's like, oh jeez. Boy, these glasses are a little much. It's just, there's a sense of fatigue of seeing this kind of stuff every time I leave the house, really, and every time I go to the grocery store. There's just this, you know. And remember that guy that sleeps in his wheelchair? He's usually down by the hospital. I saw him today, here on South Maryland, down past where I just showed you those trees. So he's out and about. He was sleeping on the ground next to his wheelchair. I'm surprised he still has that wheelchair, that someone hasn't stolen it from him. But, all right, I need to get in the house and get away from this fatigue. All right, I'm gonna end this video here before it gets any more depressing. And outside, because I don't feel like turning the lights on to film a good night. I hope you have a great day. And I pray that my future reserve days are nothing like today. Just felt like a very strange day, right? All right. Well, Eleanor is peeking out the window at me. I'm going to go in and rub her belly. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you, hopefully, on my next trip. That would be nice, right? All right, I'll see you later. Fly safe.